Good morning, this is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing some cloud cover out there this morning with mostly cloudy overcast conditions. We're expecting to see those clouds continue to increase as we move through today. We'll see those bases lowering as we move through today ahead of some disturbed weather that will be moving into the region, mainly as we get into the overnight hours. Can't rule out seeing a light shower this afternoon, but we'll see conditions start to deteriorate as we go into the later portions of the evening. If we take a look at our current surface analysis, we have that area of high pressure has moved off to the east, and we're starting to see that be eroded by this area of low pressure off to the west. That's going to be moving eastward and bringing some moisture up over the region as we go later in the day today and into the evening time frame. That's when we're going to see those showers start to push into our local area. And then as that low pressure approaches, we'll see a secondary area of low pressure develop just south of the Wallops area along the coast, and that's going to keep things a bit unsettled and dreary as we go over the next couple of days. But if we start off this morning looking at our current conditions, we'll see just a few clouds out there around 15,000 feet, scattered deck at 18,000 feet, and overcast at 25,000 feet. Seeing those winds out of the south at 11 knots, temperature at 64 degrees, and our relative humidity is at 78% this morning. If we look at that current visible satellite, we can see plenty of high clouds across the area, starting to see some of those more mid-level clouds building in from the west as we continue through the morning. Otherwise, south winds over the region, bringing up that warmer and moister air into the region. If we look at the short-term high-resolution model, see what we can expect as we move through the day today. Overall, expecting mainly dry conditions through much, if not all, of the workday today. We'll have a slight chance of seeing a light shower around the area, pushing through mainly as we get past the 1400 local time frame, and likely staying dry here at Wallops. But as we go into the later afternoon and gradually into the evening time frame, we start to see those increasing chances of rain moving into the region, with that rain becoming likely as we get past the 22 local time frame, and then we'll see a chance for those heavier embedded showers pushing through with that activity as we go through the overnight and into the morning of our day on Wednesday. As we start the day on Wednesday, we'll keep low clouds around. You can see rain still around the area, and that will likely continue as we go through the morning hours. Getting into the afternoon, we could see some of that lifting further north of the Wallops area, just north of here, but can't rule out some isolated showers or storms around the area possibly, but we should be socked in with the low clouds with those onshore winds continuing as that area of low pressure spins just off the coast and keeps that breezy flow through the area. So we'll see some breezy conditions as well with that close proximity of the low. And then going into the Wednesday evening and overnight into Thursday, we'll continue to see low clouds and that area of low pressure spinning off the coast. And that's going to keep us with a chance of maybe seeing a light sprinkle or some drizzle around the area moving into the day on Thursday. And we'll keep those low clouds, possibly some foggy conditions around as well. So looking at our 24-hour weather risk chart for today, looking at green conditions to start the day today, seeing our temperatures warm up to around 70 degrees as we get into the start of the afternoon. We'll gradually see those increasing clouds with those ceilings starting to drop getting into the later afternoon. But winds out of the south, 9 to 14 knots, gusting up to around 19 to 20 knots as we move through the working hours today. We pick up the yellow risk for precip as we get past that 1400 local time frame for just a slight chance of an isolated shower pushing through the area. That continues as we go past 1600 local up to about 2200 local, continuing with those south winds, 9 to 14 knots, gusting up to 20, a little more south-southeasterly as we get towards the overnight time frame. And that's when we see those increasing chances of precip bumping up to an orange risk as we get past 2200 local, and then red risk as we get past midnight with the rain moving into the area. Keep a yellow risk for lightning as we go through that overnight and into early morning on Wednesday, just looking at about a 20% chance of seeing lightning or thunderstorm embedded with this activity. Overall, expecting just mainly rain showers pushing through. We'll see those colors increasing for those reduced ceilings of visibilities as well as that activity pushes through, and then We'll see the breeze actually pick up more out of the east as we get into the start of the day on Wednesday, and seeing those peak gusts up around 23 knots. So that warrants a yellow risk for those winds potentially approaching that 25 knot threshold, and potentially seeing a wind advisory as we get into the day on Wednesday. We look at Wednesday through Thursday, looking continue cloudy and rainy conditions as we start the day on Wednesday. Most of the activity happening in the morning. As we get into the afternoon, we'll continue with a chance of more isolated shower or thunderstorm around the area. So keeping the yellow risk for lightning, but continuing red conditions for our precipitation. And we continue with those low clouds around, so we keep that yellow risk for reduced ceilings visibilities, and we'll keep breezy conditions around, so yellow for our winds at or above 25 knots. Otherwise, things looking cooler for our day on Wednesday as that area low pressure stays south of the region, and expecting those breezy onshore flows, so expecting a high around 66 degrees for Wednesday. As we go into Wednesday evening, we'll see cloudy conditions continue with those low cloud chances continuing, so keep that yellow risk for reduced ceilings visibilities. Continue with that yellow risk for precip, as we'll have that slight chance of some light sprinkles or drizzle around the area. Otherwise, slightly breezy with a low around 58 degrees. Thursday, much of the same continues as we start today. Cloudy, slightly breezy, very slight chance of seeing a light sprinkle around the area. We'll see that yellow risk for winds that are above 25 knots, as we do expect those breezy onshore flow to continue. Otherwise, seeing a cooler day continue with a high around 67 degrees. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. Take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.